A very good morning, students. Today we will discuss the steam distillation techniques. What is the steam distillation? How it works? What are the different organic mixture we can separate from using this technique, etc. etc. Okay. In previous practicals, we were discussed about different lab safety rules related to your uh, personal personal safety rule, chemical safety rule, and lab safety rules. Okay. In last practical, we discussed about recrystallization technique. Okay. Recrystallization technique. It is one of the type of separation technique. Okay. What are the different methods through this we are separating our organic compound, etc. etc. Okay. Now we will discuss about steam distillation. After completion of this video, we will get to know about theory of steam distillation. Assembly means how the apparatus is arranged for steam distillation purpose. Then procedure of steam distillation purpose and applications of steam distillation. This all points to be understood by you after completion of this video. Okay. Now we'll start. First will discuss about the steam distillation apparatus. Okay. How it assemble. Okay. From where steam is passes, where mixture is placed, and where it get distillated. Okay. Look at this screen, where in that screen one RBF has been shown. Okay. RBF, which is left side of your screen, where water is placed. Okay. In that RBF. Okay. Which is connected through steam tube to next RBF, in which compound mixture is placed. Means middle RBF. Okay. Only two RBF is there in the diagram. One is left side, which is water is placed, and that water is passes steam after heating through that steam tube to next RBF, where your organic compound mixture is placed. Instead of organic compound mixture, we can say that is water immiscible compound. Okay. Means organic compound which is immiscible with water. Okay. This after that this is connected with condenser to next your receiver, where distilled liquid is received. Okay. Look at the screen. Okay. First of all, we will assemble this all apparatus, in which left side we have placed water in first RBF, that is left side. In middle RBF, in which we have placed organic compound which is immiscible to the water. Okay. For example, we say that is compound to be distilled. In that we can say that compound number A, compound number B. Compound A having high boiling point. Okay. Compound A having high boiling point, whereas compound B, which is non-volatile one. Okay. Compound B, which is non-volatile, which is placed in the RBF, in middle RBF. Okay. Then this is connected through condenser, and last through that condensation we will get that distilled liquid. Okay. This apparatus is arranged as we discussed. Okay. Now we will start the heat the mixture. Okay. Heat that water. After heating, what happen? Water produces vapors. Vapors, nothing but steam, which passes this steam towards in RBF, where we placed our compound A and compound B. Compound A having high boiling point and compound B having non-volatile in nature. After passing this steam in that RBF mixture. RBF mixture also produces vapors. Steam also produces through applying that steam. It helps to produce more vapors. Then these vapors means in this case we can say that how to separate compound A from compound B. Okay, for that we should understand the one theory. That theory is known as Dalton theory about vapor pressure. Okay, what said Dalton? Okay, steam distillation is the distillation of volatile water insoluble substance by means of steam. This is general for steam distillation, for which type of compound we are separating, that is slightly volatile water insoluble substances. This type of substances can be distilled out through this steam distillation process. Okay, after that we will see Dalton equation, Dalton theory regarding vapor pressure. Okay, for a mixture of two completely immiscible compound A and B, the total vapor pressure can be expressed. Okay, what is that total vapor pressure? As usual, in terms of partial pressures. Okay, partial pressure which is represented by PA and PB. Okay, small t is nothing but total vapor pressure is equal to PA plus PB. PA plus BP means nothing but partial pressures of that immiscible compound, means compound A and compound B. Okay, it means sum of each vapor pressure of that compound is equal to total vapor pressure. Okay, XA and XB are the mole fractions of A and B in the liquid mixture. However, since A and B are immiscible, each behaves independently of the other, and therefore XA is equal to XB is equal to 1. The above expression thus becomes PT is equal to PA plus PB is equal to PA0 per PA degree is equal to constant. Okay, means in this case what Dalton says, total vapor pressure is nothing but the sum of component vapor pressure. Okay, but in this case both compound are immiscible. Immiscible means they are behaving separately because their organic nature, chemical nature is different, so it behaves differently. But in total vapor pressure, each of vapor pressure is considered. Okay, means sum of these both compounds vapor pressure is nothing but total vapor pressure. Okay, then what happens when mixture get boiled? Okay, as you know that when atmospheric pressure is equal to your vapor pressure, then your compound gets boiled. Or for example, in case of water we can say that you take as a in beaker you take water. Okay, what is the boiling point of water? Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, before that at 50 degrees Celsius water starts some vapors producing on the surface of that water after heating. Okay, but when it boiled, when your atmospheric pressure is nothing but is equal to 760 mmHg, means in every object which is on earth we are having that, means on every object there is a atmospheric pressure, one atmospheric pressure, that is 760 mmHg. Okay, this 760 mmHg is equal to our vapor pressure. These both when equal, or your vapor pressure get exceeds to that atmospheric pressure, then your particular compound of water get boiled. This is the some theory behind boiling point and this concept. Okay, for in this method in steam distillation. Okay, look at that screen. In this screen, your RBF, what contain mixture of organic compound, means compound A and compound B. What is the property of compound A? Compound having high boiling point. Okay, and what is the compound B's property? Compound B having non-volatile nature. Okay. When this RBF, this means those mixture containing RBF, which produces vapors, when we are passing steam through another RBF, okay, this steam, it helps to increase the system, increase the temperature of that system. That system is your mixture containing RBF. When the vapor pressure of this both component, that is compound A and compound B, is equal to your atmospheric pressure, both equalized, then it start producing boiled, or it start vapors, and that vapors are passes through that condenser. Okay, through that condenser, this vapor are get condensed, and which is collected in the your collector, or we can say that receiver, or in any vessel. Okay, means that steam is passes, means in general we have to keep in mind that one mixture is there, compound A, compound B. Okay, compound A and compound B, we have to hit that compound A and compound B. Also simultaneously we have to pass the steam through that compound A and compound B. After that, when vapor pressure of that both compound, means total vapor pressure of that compounds becomes equal to your atmospheric pressure, then it starts producing the vapors, and that vapors are passes through condenser, and that condensed liquid is collected in collector. Okay, in collector or in receiver, which type of compound we can get? We can get our high boiling point compound, means the compound A we can receive in receiver or collector. Okay, in collector we get, that is compound A which is having high boiling point. Okay, but compound A plus small amount of water vapors also amount is received in that collector or receiver. After that, we have to separate it out, means those compound we have condensed or we have distilled liquid in the collector or receiver, that we have to separate. How to separate that mixture? We have to separate through decantation process or separating funnel. Okay, how to separate from separating funnel? In separating funnel, we have to place this distilled liquid in the separating funnel, because of there is a difference in densities of liquid, means water vapor means water having density 1, whereas organic compound having density lesser than water, means 0.9, 0.8, whatever. So it remains at upper side, that is upper phase, and what is the lower phase? Lower phase is your water. So lower phase we can separate it out through the separating funnel. This is the general steam distillation process. Okay, what is the use of steam distillation process? Here we have separated high boiling compound. How we have separated high boiling compound? Because through steam distillation we have reduced our pressure. Okay, we have reduced temperature. Under reduced temperature we have separated. What happened through steam distillation? What is the use of steam distillation? If we are separating, for example, compound A having high boiling point is nothing but 300 degrees Celsius, we have to separate it out from your compound. Then how to separate out? It will require more heat, more time, and etc, etc. But instead of, if we are using steam distillation, it will save your time most important, it gives you product in separation form is your pure form, that is 100% pure. How? Because due to lesser temperature or under reduced temperature, what happens, chemical nature of compound is stable, means remain stable. Chemical nature of your compound is remain stable. As chemical nature becomes stable, so your compound get in pure form. Okay, means we are heating at very low temperature, so it will get your compound is in stable form, in pure form. Whereas if we are using another method, or we are heating at very high temperature, it may lose your product stability or product nature, chemical nature of your product. These are the some advantages of steam distillation process. Okay, let's start some general procedure, uh, how to perform it in your practical lab. Okay, see that steam distillation is a special type of distillation for temperature sensitive material like natural aromatic compound. Means uh, this one type of application, that is steam distillation is used for those compound which having heat sensitive nature. Means if compound is heat sensitive means after exposing to heat it get degraded. Means after exposing of heat or heating, it get degraded, means its chemical nature or its stability get degraded. So that type we have to use the steam distillation technique. Okay, steam distillation remains important in certain industrial sectors. Means steam distillation technique are generally used in industrial sector. Okay, many organic compounds tend to decompose at high sustained temperature. Separation by distillation at the normal, that is 1 atmosphere boiling point, is not an option. So water or steam is introduced into the distillation apparatus. Okay, means generally what happens, if compound having high boiling point, then for separation purpose we require high temperature. So avoid it high temperature or avoid its degradation. So we have to use steam means we have to introduce the steam in that particular compound. So what that steam does, steam helps to increase the temperature of the system, and it affect on the producing vapors of that organic compound. After producing vapors in very low temperature or with the help of steam, it get vaporized and then condensed, and we can separate out two different techniques. These are the some applications or some theory. Okay, the water vapor carries small amount of the vaporized compound to the condensation flask, where the condensed liquid phase separates, allowing easy collection. Means as I earlier said that two phase are we getting in the collector or receiver, or these two phase we can separated out through using decantation or through separating funnel. Okay, then after distillation, the vapors are condensed. Usually, the immediate product is a two-phase system of water and the organic distillate, allowing separation of the component by decantation, partitioning, or other suitable methods. Decantation means just we have to separate out. Very simple. Means if in your beaker if contain two phase, means you are seeing like two phase. One is water phase and another is organic layer phase. We have to separate. Just we have to throw this one phase through just it getting you in another beaker, and this will separate out water phase and your organic mixture. Another is through separating funnel. Separating funnel is I think you are well known about that separating funnel. If you are not knowing, we will get to know in the practical lab how it looks, how to separate out different layers through that separating funnel. Okay, means you just google it and you can get that how to separate from separating funnel different layers. Okay, by this method we have to we can separate out different organic mixtures. Okay, principles: when mixture of two practical immiscible liquid is heated while being agitated to expose the surface of each liquid to the vapor phase, each constituent independently exert its own pressure as a function of temperature as if the other constituent were not present. Okay, means just we have discussed earlier, like Dalton law. I mean, total vapor pressure is nothing but the sum of component vapor pressure. Okay, the vapor pressure of the whole system increases. Okay, boiling begins when the sum of the vapor pressure of the two immiscible liquid just exceeds the atmospheric pressure. Okay, approximately 101 kilopascal at sea level. Means as I earlier said that when means your atmospheric pressure is equal when it becomes equal to your total vapor pressure of your system is nothing but the organic mixture or component mixture. Then this particular compound starts boiling. Okay, after boiling it produces vapors. That vapors can be condensed through condenser, and that can be collected through receiver or condenser. In this way, the many organic compounds insoluble in water can be purified at a temperature well below the point at which the decomposition occurs. Means, means through by inserting that steam or passing that steam, this helps to increase the vapor pressure. Ultimately, it increases the boiling point, and boiling point ultimately results in producing vapor, and as you know that vapors condensed, and that condensed can be collected. These are the some procedures or steps through that steam distillation occurs. Okay, means here in the steam distillation technique, what is the main function, main application of this steam distillation is we have to separate the compound at its low below low boiling point. Means here one example is given. What is that example? The boiling point of bromobenzene is a 150 degrees Celsius. What is the boiling point of bromobenzene? Is 150 degrees Celsius, and the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, but mixture of the two boils at 95 degrees Celsius. Why mixture of these two can boil at 95 degrees Celsius? Because the vapor pressure of this water and this bromobenzene, it sum of this both vapor pressure is nothing but the vapor pressure of total vapor pressure of that system. Means vapor pressure of bromobenzene plus vapor pressure of this water is equal to total vapor pressure. When this total vapor pressure is becomes equal to atmospheric pressure, then it boils. After boiling, it produces steam, produces vapors, and that can be condensed. Okay, see in the example, bromobenzene having 150 degrees Celsius boiling point. Okay, then water having 100 degrees Celsius. But mixture of these two boils at 95 degrees Celsius. Means below the boiling point of bromobenzene also and water also. Thus, bromobenzene can be easily distilled at a temperature 61 degrees Celsius below its normal boiling point. Bromobenzene can be easily distilled. Easily distilled means nothing but it produces steam. That steam produced can be passed through condenser, and through that condenser this can be collected in collector or receiver. Okay, means in this example, from this example you understood that means how bromobenzene is separated out at its below boiling point. Means bromobenzene having 150 degrees Celsius, but that can be separated by using this steam distillation process at low temperature. At low temperature means 61 degrees Celsius, which is very low temperature comparing to 150 degrees Celsius. Okay, means these are the one important applications. Means if particular compound we are separated at 61 degrees Celsius, compound having 156 degrees Celsius boiling point, but we are separating this compound at low temperature, that is 61 degrees Celsius, then this compound is chemically very pure in nature. Means here chemical nature of that compound cannot be degraded. Okay, so purity of that compound is maintained. Okay, whatever the chemical nature of that compound is maintained throughout this technique, throughout this procedure, throughout this steam distillation process. Okay, we means this steam distillation not interferes with its chemical nature. These are the some or important application of steam distillation process. Means we have to in simple, we have to separate the compound at its own lesser boiling point. Okay, bromobenzene is easily distilled at below boiling point. Okay, then procedure. What is the procedure? Procedure is given here. The organic mixture together with some water is placed in RBF, which is then connected to steam generator on one side and a water condenser on other. Okay, means we have to place this mixture in one RBF, and it is connected with other steam tube where steam can receive from another RBF. Okay, then heat the mixture to avoid the condensation of steam in it. Okay, means those steam we are receiving from another RBF, avoid its condensation, we have to heat the mixture. That mixture means your organic mixture, that is compound A and compound B. Okay, the water in the flask is heated and then a current of steam is passed into the mixture. Okay, and as we know that the vapor of the compound along with steam leaves the flask from outlet. Vapor of the compound along with steam leaves the flask from the outlet and get condensed in the water condenser. Okay, means that particular RBF, that vapor is condensed and that can be then collected. It is then collected in a conical flask containing ice to solidify the liquid. Sample is filtered and the Wagner funnel and the residue in the distillation flask contain distillate. These are the some technique. Step by step we have to perform the procedure. Applications. Some application is given, means which type of organic compound can be separated by using the steam distillation process. Okay, first and steam distillation is employed in the isolation of essential oils for use in perfumes. For example, in this method steam is passed through the plant material containing the desired oils. Means for separation of different perfumes, different essentials oils, we can use the steam distillation process. Then eucalyptus oil and orange oil are obtained by this method on an industrial scale. Means on industrial scale, in that case we are separating on large scale. On large scale we are separating this eucalyptus oil and orange oil easily. Then steam distillation is also sometimes used to separate intermediate or final product during the synthesis of complex organic compounds. Okay, means our pharmaceutical organic chemistry part 2, in this we have to, what are the different experiment is given here. Here we have to synthesize the different organic compounds. Okay, this means during this reaction or after completion of this organic synthesis, this can be separated through using this steam distillation technique. Okay, next, steam distillation is also widely used in the petroleum refineries and petrochemical plants, where it is commonly referred to as the steam stripping. Okay, means petroleum refineries, in this case also we have to use this technique, that is steam distillation. Then steam distillation also is an important mean of separating fatty acids from mixture and for treating crude drugs such as tall oil to extract and separate fatty acids, soaps and other commercially valuable organic compounds. Also, steam distillation can be used in case of fatty acid mixture separation of this different fatty acid mixture like soap and different soaps. Okay, or crude drugs means which is extracted from plant material. Plant material means the different herbal product can be separated by using steam distillation. Okay, uh, at last you should keep in mind that steam distillation is generally used for immiscible compounds with water. Okay, means we have to separate particular compound at its below boiling point. Okay, means if the particular compound having boiling point 300 degrees Celsius, but we can separate this particular compound at 150 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is the basic application or basic procedure we have to use in steam distillation purpose. Okay, you should go through it in detail, understand, you study different procedures, different references which is given in Google or whatever media. Okay.